Ubisoft.
It seems like we've encountered some kind of a glitch.
Instead of ironing out the glitches in their game, Ubisoft has decided to include them in the story.
Not one more drop until your bill is paid!
Hey, he didn't say not one more step. What if Arno was going up to pay his bill? Overly hasty guards are overly hasty.
I thought you were guillotined.
What a dreadful thing to say to your rescuer.
Yeah, because Arno couldn't have fought off 2 renter guards.
I must warn you, monsieur. The ghosts of the kings wander the caverns.
His accent's less consistent than my shitting schedule.
Speaking of graves, do your job. I'll meet you in 3 days' time.
They're serving wine in those giant tankards. That's a shitload of wine.
Something about this memory. It's locked us out of the Helix data.
Instead of gravitating away from the contemporary story that nobody cares about, Ubisoft persists in ramming it down our throats.
You're free to break your contract. Then I'm also free. And I have savage tastes.
Subtlety is a 3-syllable word that's just too big for these writers to understand.
Find the temple, and you just might make it back alive.
Unless, of course, the temple's deep underground. Even if he finds the temple, how will he get back up to tell this asshole?
Did I hear something?
I don't know, did you?
Map. Don Poirier's list of stolen relics.
Exposition by monologue.
It reads Condorcet manuscript.
I guess Arno's reading to his invisible friends? Not only does this asshole find a crown amongst the rubble, but the crown is perfectly preserved, in spite of having been crushed by rocks and hit by a pickaxe. Gold's pretty soft, mate.
Small loot! It's not worth the blood!
Guess Ubisoft was really short on actors when they cast this DLC.
Who are you calling little? I'm nearly as tall as...
I'm curious to know what he was going to say. He's not nearly as tall as Napoleon, or anybody else in the room for that matter.
The ghosts of the kings.
2 grown men turn around to look at what would have been, in 99% of situations, a child's deception.
So much for the element of surprise.
Actually, if you'd remained hidden, they probably would have thought that Leon was lying, and you could have still surprised them. But nope, you just had to flap those gums, didn't you?
Whoa.
Still confused.
Quickly, we have to hide.
Leon doesn't trust Arno until he kills 3 more bad guys.
Saving France. Now that you're here, it's gonna be a lot easier.
This little Connacht's accent is more inconsistent than my shitting schedule. Somehow we have extra ammo. The heavy axe is better than an ancient mythical sword. Remind me why we spent so much time trying to get it?
What does a rat want?
Cheese, of course.
Food, of course.
This officer's a dick to perfectly good apples. Also, that's one big bite. How big is Napoleon's mouth?
The artifact inside the temple?
And there's absolutely no good reason why Napoleon doesn't A, carry this until he has found the temple, and B, made such a big show about putting it in the chest except plot.
We have to stop him and save the people of France.
Rescuing them only delays the inevitable.
What's wrong with you?
You're going to get yourself killed for nothing, little man.
Sudden animosity is sudden.
What of the future? A free France where we all take care of each other.
Why don't you grow up? Forget France. You're on your own.
Arno used to be a whiny bitch. Now he's just a dick.
What?
We're closed.
The proprietor doesn't recognize Arno, even though anybody who's ever seen Arno could pick him out of a crowd of 50 people. Hello, lady, who has the exact same outfit as Elise and has her exact same hair and runs exactly like her, but isn't her.
Look.
It's a map of the caverns.
Chloe Chakram ex machina.
And I told you to stay here, remember?
Oui, monsieur.
Oh, I get it. He repeated the line of dialogue we said earlier. What clever writing. Just for the record, we don't think it's clever writing. We were just being a bit sarcastic. Anyway, moving on. Oh, super heavy axe doesn't break his cutlass.
Now for that artifact.
Allow me.
They sneak up on him with such skill they should be the assassins.
What now?
Arno asked the darkness.
Leon, how did you find me?
I know what I'm doing.
Cop-out explanation of how Leon found us is a cop-out.
Little man, thank you. Now get out of sight, I mean it.
Looks to me like he's already out of sight, Arno.
Time to find out what's inside that temple.
Speaking whilst swimming. This is the first bloke we've technically assassinated in an Assassin's Creed DLC. The artifact is a discount Gorgon head.
Ah, dear Arno. Our hopes.
What is this? A letter to Arno? Is he speaking directly to Arno? Or is this just a generic voiceover? And regardless, it's a sin.
thought you were guillotined.
Thank you for watching today's video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Follow us on Twitter so that way we can let you know when we're coming out with a new video. Like us on Facebook and Google+. Also, if you haven't already, check out my book. Have a great day.